Welcome to Third Coast Sports TV. This is your host, Wink, and today we're going to be discussing Demaryius Thomas being cut by the Houston Texans franchise. It's a sad day for Demaryius Thomas. He put in so much work and came over from the Denver Broncos in Week 8 on a trade from John Elway for, I want to say it was a 4th round pick from the Houston Texans that we shipped off to the Denver Broncos. And from his very moment that he got inside the Houston Texans lineup, the man made an immediate impact. He was going up, he was catching a lot of high point passes. He was able to block very well in the run game, and he was able to take a lot of pressure off of Deandre, Hopkins, and Kiki Kuti. While his tenure here with the Houston Texans was cut short due to his injury that he sustained by tearing his Achilles in Week 16 against the Philadelphia Eagles, I was hoping he wouldn't have had any injuries, because with Will Fuller coming back in the following season, I felt that he would have been a great addition, although he would have had to reduce the amount of money that he would have had on his contract. The fact that we would have ended up having to pick up the remaining balance of the $14 million that he was due from the Denver Broncos, he wouldn't be able to be retained at that price for what the Houston Texans are planning to do in the next coming season. While I liked everything that he did and he was a great addition, and it also showed what the Houston Texans were willing to do by going out to meet a trade deadline, get a good player, and have that player perform at his highest ability on such short notice. The man got here on a Tuesday, suited up against, I want to say he got here on a Tuesday or Wednesday, suited up on Sunday to get his first win in the Houston Texans franchise against his former team in the Denver Broncos. Right out of the gate, it looked as if him and Deshaun Watson had a great rapport. Him and DeAndre Hopkins immediately could get a lot done on the field, and it felt as if he was going to be able to take up the mantle from what Will Fuller was able to provide. While he didn't provide a lot in the deep threat, in the intermediate and short game, he was astounding. He would make clutch catches. He had great awareness, and his run blocking was very essential later on in the parts of the season. Even though I wish he would have ended up playing in the playoff game, because his presence was sorely missed against Andrew Luck in the Indianapolis Colts defense, because outside of Kiki and DeAndre Hopkins getting hurt, with the misutilizations of the running backs and also the tight ends, no other wide receiver was able to step up. And had he been healthy, I think he would have made a solid contribution and we wouldn't have been blown out of that game. But to Demaryius Thomas, I want to say thank you, because you did more than enough of what you could in the amount of time that you were here. You contributed to a lot of wins and a lot of success going on for Deshaun Watson, and for that, the Houston Texans franchise and fan base applaud you. I look forward to what you do in the future, because at the end of the day, you deserve another chance to play football at a high level. But with you coming off of an Achilles injury, playing next year doesn't really seem like it's going to be in the cards for Demaryius Thomas. I believe if he goes ahead and he rehabs well and he takes his time and he doesn't do anything to further injure himself in the process, then I think the year after next he should be able to make a solid contribution. I know we do have cases like Steve Smith and other aging wide receivers in the past to have gone on to tear their Achilles to come back to play at a high level the very next season, and which Demaryius Thomas is still very young at only 30 years old. He should be turning 31 very soon, but no matter what, I'll still be following him just to see what his progress is, and if anything ends up happening, we'll definitely do an update video. But with that said, Demaryius Thomas, thank you for everything you did for the Houston Texans. You were a great addition. You made football you made football fun to watch once Will Fuller went down. And I think if the situation would have been a lot different, you would definitely be getting re-signed. So with that said, welcome to Third Coast Sports TV. If you like the content, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe below. I'll be sure to get back with you guys and we'll have further discussion. Talk sports, love sports, enjoy sports.